session. Michael Clark, owner of Culture Shock Investments here. We are doing our normal Sunday charting session. We're going to do it today because we spent Sunday yesterday celebrating our 5-year anniversary as a company. Black-owned business. Very proud of being open for 5 years and serving and helping the Black community. Appreciate everybody that supported us through these years, that showed up to all the sessions and watched some of the streams. I know some of those streams are long, but for watching the streams, tapping in, learning, taking in the knowledge, asking the questions, buying the merchandise, subscribing, the consultations, the one-on-ones. Thank you for all the support that you've given me through the years. And we're going to do 5 more years, even stronger than the last 5. This is just the beginning, and I look forward to having much, much more impact on the Black community in the years to come. Like I said, thank you all. I'm going to continue to bring you this knowledge and information as it expands, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of changes over the next few years in the markets and when it comes to investing, period. But I'm here for you, here to guide us through it all. So make sure you stay locked in and tapped in so you could be on the forefront of the information, because information is key, and we can benefit and start to leg up as a Black community on a global scale, because this is a global thing. Soon it's going to be cosmic, but we're not on that level yet. I'm just going to keep it global for now. All right, but let's get it going with this week's charting session. I'm going to bring in the culture shockers. They're live in the Discord, waiting to go, ready to set some levels for the week. I got AMD up on the screen for y'all right here. We're going to do chips today. Semiconductors today. Actually, AMD and NVDA just made a deal where they're going to be paying 15% of the profits off their H20 chips that they sell in China. They're going to be paying 15% of those profits back to America. So a lot of people are kissing the ring, the Don's ring. You know, President Donnie is not playing around when it comes to taxing people and tariffing companies that's not producing in America. So a lot of companies that are unable to transfer all their production back to America, they go into his office and they're making some of these concession deals where they're going to give some of the percentage of their sales back to America in forms of fees or however they're going to work it. Not a tariff. I know nobody wants to use the word tariff, but that's essentially what they're paying to do business with other countries. And I don't blame them, because a lot of these big corporations and companies do receive a lot of tax breaks. So if they're not going to be producing here and they're going to still choose to produce internationally, there has to be some kind of compensation to create balance back in the United States economy, because if not, we will just keep falling out of balance. Top will keep coming top heavy, the bottom will keep coming thinner and thinner, and eventually it'll break and collapse upon itself. So we need some of that outflow from the top to come back down into the bottom to keep that balance in the system. All right. But that was an interesting deal. I'm gonna some of that outflow from the top to come back down into the bottom to keep that system. All right. I'm gonna see individual basis. So keep an eye out for those deals being made. Let's see what the Qs are doing. Okay, the QQQ is looking pretty bullish this morning. I'm gonna send a little alert up here, because this is, if we get above 578, oof, that's gonna be a hot day. So I'm putting an alert right up here just for that reason. And let's get to AMD. And we're going to say AMD and NVIDIA, right? That's what we said, AMD and NVIDIA. Let me get the 2 chip stocks charted out. Let me bring the live crew in here. Let's get them back up and running.
Oh, this is a beautiful morning.
All right, I'm back. The intro is done. Everybody say what's up to the people. All the culture shockers, everybody say what's up, man. Y'all on live.
What's going on? Morning.
Good, gang.
What's up?
Morning.
We're in here. Locked in and focused. Every day. Look at NVIDIA pushing. Look at AMD and NVIDIA go, boy.
Anything taking a little nice bounce. Look at Uber.
I didn't even look at Uber.
Yes, sir.
You jumped in Uber with him, G?
Mm-hmm.
I'm in sound. Look at sound, G. 1560. Ooh.
Oh shit! They hit 16.
I told you they hit 16 today. We need Coinbase above 334. Let me open up a new tab. Yeah, them contracts are going crazy right now, bro. Cause I'm in the
coin is where?
coin needs to get back above. Yeah, 327. We need them above 334.
Boy, got me. Jittery. I'm better than that.
Once they get above 334, if you're not in the call, that would be a good place to start entering some calls. If you didn't enter a call already and you missed that gap up. But I wouldn't jump in before 334. You could reject right there. Be careful.
I still got my December's.
I think they got a selling block around the area.
Yeah, they do. I think and selling block.
And Tim, who you said look at?
Selling block from
Oh, that's right.
40s to 380s.
Okay. Yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You want to get out before that block hits. Okay, I don't got entry on Uber till they get back above 91.80. If Uber gets above there, I'll take that. Let me erase all my alerts. All the alerts from last week. Time for them to go. We will reset alerts. Hey, listen, Avgo played out nice too. That was a nice call out last week, boy. That's one that I missed. That was the one I missed.
But yo, Mike, that's my boy HD that just entered the room.
HD, what's going on, man?
What's good?
What's good? What's good? Welcome to the Culture Shock community, man. We're going to get you going with the investments, get you learning. It's going to sound like Chinese at first, but just keep coming in here. You'll start picking it up, and I'll start sending you the videos and stuff you need to watch in order to start, getting your education up so you know what we're talking about even. Ooh, sound about to break $16. If we get above 16, boy, that thing could run. They had some good reports come out. Yeah, they had some good reports come out over the weekend on them, man. I remember reading the articles.
You guys can hear me, right?
Nah, yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, we couldn't hear you before. We can hear you now, though.
But I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Nah, of course, man. Appreciate you coming through, man. The more the merrier.
The info, I'm gonna watch all the videos for real.
Nah, I got you.
Get the ball rolling and shock the culture for real.
Yeah, let's go. Let's make it happen, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna send you a playlist you can start with. It's a free one I got up on YouTube. This is going over like all the basic lingo of the stock market and what we're gonna be talking about in terms of like candlesticks and all that, so you understand what the hell we're saying. I'm gonna send you the playlist.
Terminology.
I don't know what happened. It's crazy. What did you say? No, my bad. I'm talking about Uber. Oh, go ahead. About the other account and why I wouldn't log in. But had to verify your number. Yeah, it wouldn't go through. I guess I'm gonna keep working on that because I'm on my work phone. So, but go ahead. What you said? I was talking about Uber. Uber had a retracement from 91.20.
Yes. They had a nice pop from Uber. I wish I caught that down. I got a daily level at 90.12 at any draw. It's a fill level. Got 90.12. And none of that is 88.32. I don't think you'll see that again, but nice.
Right, as long as it doesn't retrace through this buy block that it has on a 30-minute chart, that finds its first support at 90.60, and then that buy block ends around
30 is beautiful.
Yo, sound is about to break 16. Oh my god, sound is above 16 already. Oh my fucking god, this is crazy.
You talking about the 30-minute candle, the 30-minute chart on Uber?
Yeah, that's a nice cup. The handle hasn't played out yet, but the cup is forming. I like this U-shaped cup. Yeah, I like that. So if we can bounce from here, that'll be the handle to push us back up.
HD, I just sent you a direct message on here on the Discord with the link to the YouTube channel with the playlist. Watch the Shock Stock Sunday Classes for Beginners. That playlist there. I got like 7 videos in it. And as you go through that, just, take down some notes or write down any questions you may have. And then when you come in here with those questions, just ask me those questions while you got access to me. Or G may be able to answer some of those questions for you too, most of them, because they're like I said, this is the intro stuff. So just go through those classes and let me know whatever you need to, whatever you don't understand, and I got you. We can pick it up from there.
Okay, smacking 330 on coin. Working base above 330. That would be so nice.
Coinbase gonna get to 334 today. Coinbase going to 334.20, 334.20. Well, the levels don't lie. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh shit.
I didn't even know that. I heard Bitcoin was never right.
My phone get 3 different notifications every time Bitcoin goes for $1,000.
Ding, 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 ding. They're gonna make sure you look, boy.
I wake up at 2:37 a.m. just to see that bit move it. Yeah.
Tim, you think Microsoft gonna catch this market rally? I think Microsoft gonna catch this swing, man. I'm gonna give Microsoft another week, man. I can't get robbed twice though. These motherfuckers better not rob me twice in a row. I'm gonna do the 5.
With me in October.
Nah, I didn't go that far out. Nah, I didn't go that far.
Oh yeah. You talked about it, the 550s for October.
Yeah. Nah, I'm gonna do the September 19th 550. Something about the September 19th. Every contract I'm getting for this day hitting. Everyone. I'm getting the September 19th 350 calls. And this is a little early entry for me on Microsoft. I would honestly wait until we really get above 526. Would have been the preferred entry, but
Oh, shit, y'all boys Bitcoin moving back at 120.
yeah, man. Your Coinbase about to be back, man. Then you're gonna be able to settle your portfolio right this time and not let yourself get smacked down. You gonna?
It was a dude at my job trading ELF last October.
Oh wow.
For like 50 something, 60 something per.
Hmm.
And he was trading like 100. He was trading like 120 racks, 500 racks. Yeah, he come and do short calls as an electrician.
Okay.
Man.
You wish he was in there with him, cause I know he up crazy.
Yeah, he up, but it was going up and down. He didn't care. He was working it, cause all he wanted was like 1%, 3%.
That's it. Mm-hmm.
That's what I was doing, and I got chopped.
Yeah, it happens, man. But that man, your man's coming here that was doing that electrician. He got the good base knowledge. He come in here and he add on the knowledge on how to add support and resistance, price level, and read all that. Oh, he'll be able to kill that shit. He'll be able. Oh, now I see what I was missing before. Oh, I wasn't getting out at the right time. I wasn't taking my profit because I didn't have these levels in. I didn't have the understanding momentum in the market. But you add this knowledge on to the natural hustle that I know we have in the black community, dog, unstoppable. We're unstoppable. We're gonna be unstoppable. We're gonna take over the whole stock market. The whole stock market. But let me get to charting some AMD and NVDA live for the people, man.
I got NVIDIA too.
So we had AMD this week because, like I said, that chip deal that I talked about earlier being made, I feel like AMD and NVIDIA are going to push. They kissing the ring. They learned, Apple showed them the way. They said, oh, Apple, that's how you kiss the ring properly. And then they went and did it right after. And now their stock is going to go up too. Like Apple's a master at kissing politicians' ring. They've been running that political circus for decades now. Like Apple could work.
Since Steve Jobs been gone, it wasn't like that when Steve Jobs was.
Nah, because they could be innovative before. Now they actually got to kiss the ring. Before, their innovation is what made them powerful. Now is they're able to manipulate politicians and use their leverage as a global company. That's more so what they do now. But bad boy Tim Cook he's masterful at it, man. He went in the White House. He got that pressure off of Apple's back. Trump not pressing him to be 100% American made. He said, "Listen, we'll make the glass screens here." Trump said, "Okay, I'll take it." And then they put $600 billion in investments. We'll see. He said, okay, as long as y'all doing something that makes me look good and you guys are actually investing money, I'll take it. And they did it. Boom. Stock skyrocket. They were on the floor. They were not able to get up until they did that. And now you see, boom, all pressure relief off of them. So AMD and NVIDIA is about to go through the same thing. Let's look at NVIDIA. Let's look at AMD on the weekly chart real quick. Let me zoom out because, I like to look at the macro. AMD is actually on a recovery bounce right now. We're doing a nice V-shaped recovery from October 2024. It pulled back, and we just got back above that October 2024 high, which was at 174. October 2024 was at 174. So that's why I had this set as a key level, key call entry level. When we break out above there, you could easily push to 185. And then we look to reclaim that 200 after that on AMD. So, but the next main level I see up here that we might going to see some resistance at is going to be right around 193. So at 193,
For who?
this is AMD I'm looking at.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing the chip companies, the chippies. So, yeah, 183 is around, 193 is when I see that first resistance coming in after we make this push through these current levels I got set. So 174 was a call entry we had. You see how it's pushing through 174. 179, 89 is the first target. We about to hit that target. Let me put my alert there right now. Pretty much 180. Once we hit that target, then it's 182, where we rejected last week. That's the big one we got to break, 182.60. Once we break above that, then we have a good chance of really pushing towards that 190. But after 182.60, I might get out my AMD call. Actually, I got a September AMD call. I'm going to hold that to 185. If we get above 185, then I'll cut my September call and look to re-enter when we get to 193.
Coinbase is pushing.
Let's pull up coin. Where we at?
I got a quick question. I just want to verify. This is the candlestick chart, right?
Yeah, this chart right here you're looking at, this is a candlestick chart, right?
Okay.
So you got the TradingView app?
I have Charles Schwab.
Yeah, so download TradingView. You're gonna do most of our charting and alert setting is gonna be on TradingView. You're gonna execute your trades on whatever platform you want to, but I tell people when it comes to charting levels, like TradingView is the platform I'm most comfortable with, and I see most people use it when it comes to charting their levels out. Because every platform's gonna give you like a chart you could get. Where we at, 334, Tim? No, we ain't hit the level yet, man. When we hit that 334, mind you, I jumped in a short coin call this morning too, because I said I need my money back. I'm in a long one, but I'm in a short one. I jumped in a short coin call this morning. Let's see how much we up on that. Cause Tim getting me excited over here, man. Let's see where we at.
I went heavy on those December ones when you pulled back at 295. These are nice.
The Robin, let me see. I got it on Coinbase. I got the Coin 350 calls for this week. Ooh, they have 43%. That boy is moving.
Come on, man.
That contract moving. I should have got two of these things.
I only have two, man.
I only got one. Only because I got 15 contracts for the $400 call. So, if those $400 calls wake up, boy, oh boy, I got a 15 pack. Let them things wake up. Let Coinbase get back above 350. These contracts are going to go stupid for me. I dollar cost average down so much. AMD calls are currently up 50% right here from the call entry. So y'all who don't trade options, and who's watching the charting session, I see I got in on this contract 174 call. I got in at the call entry on AMD 174 right here, and we're at 178 right now. So I put in, let's say you put in $1,000 from this move from right here to right here. That $1,000 became $1,500. I made $500 in that short span of a move. And that's not even the full move I'm looking for. I really wanted to come up to here. That's probably going to be $1,000 on my. That may be 100% gain. If it hits my ultimate target, that's 100. That's like at least 150%. So now I'm talking about $1,500 off $1,000 in less than 2 hours span, and that's the power of trading. That's the power of trading right there. Okay. Once you figure out how to grasp and harness this infinity ring right here, your whole life changes. Your whole perspective on money and how the world moves and operates is going to change. You're not going to be so. Losses of money is not going to weigh on you the same way because you're going to have an ability to draw money back in much easier than you did before. This is a skill set. So when you lose money, it's going to be like, fuck. But then you're going to think like, oh, I know exactly how I can get it back. And that's going to bring you a lot of comfort. That's true freedom.
I got out for you.
You got out of a coin?
Yeah.
What's up? 334, Tim. Come on, Tim. My man Tim always leave. Tim don't be trusting the levels, boy. Yo, Tim gonna see one day, man. All right, man. We gonna touch this 341 today. The 341.28 profit level on coin, and Tim gonna see, like, man, I'm holding next time. But nah, we gotta get about 334.26. I don't blame you, bro. Listen, you get a certain amount of profit, you take that. You lock in the bag.
Yeah. 55% on a December contract.
Hey, G, if TTD get back over $67, I'm buying 10 more. I'm buying a 10 pack. 10 pack.
Oh, it's over what? You said 67?
Yeah, 67.30. I'm buying a 10 pack.
I got it. Yeah. You got 20% on TTD.
Yeah, Tim, you're gonna be up nice. Yeah, Tim, you're gonna be up nice.
Yeah.
Tim, you're gonna be up nice.
Contract. Oh yeah, I'm holding it.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be a real.
I give it less than 2 weeks until Bank of America all come out with price targets of 100 and that bitch shoot again.
Yep. You know how the game is played.
Mm-hmm.
They're not that smart, man. They're not that smart. They're not. That's why I said once we get into this, we're gonna see what they're doing. I'm like, this is y'all scheme the whole time. This is what y'all was running. Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, I went out for a second. I don't know if y'all can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear them.
Yeah, man.
I
I'm like,
can't hear anything.
oh
You
man.
can't hear us? You can't hear us?
I don't know what happened. He might have to leave and come back in the room. I don't know why his audio cut out. Or maybe he left this. If he on his phone, he might have left the Discord screen and might have cut him off, the volume off on
Can't
him.
hear nobody. I don't know what happened.
Christophe, what's up, Christophe? Good morning, man.
Yo, Christoph, unmute your mic, man.
Yo.
Good morning, bro.
Okay. There we go.
Good morning, my brother. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so we got. Let's make these trade levels. We're gonna do trade levels. What's today's date, that brother?
How you doing? Need to get on the computer, man. I'm over here moving around. That's why I muted it.
Oh yeah, nah. I feel you. Get locked in. Let us know when you locked in. I'm about to do some levels private for the people. We're gonna do AMD NVDA live for the people, and then I'm gonna go to the private charting session for the rest of the stocks that we're gonna chart today.
You know what? I'm gonna buy. I own CGC already. I own 20 shares. I'm gonna buy some just in case.
Oh, that's something that you should get like 100 shares on. Start betting 100 shares at a time. Wow, that shit's $1. Yeah, we gotta start clapping up on it. That's my bonus play for the week is cannabis. See, and look, y'all got that for free in the lie. Y'all don't supposed to get it, but y'all got that. All right, cannabis play. That's gonna be looking at this week.
Appreciate you.
CGC.
I actually like IRPR more, but CGC is a good growth stock. So
I do like IIPR more for the dividends. The IIPR below 50, I'm gonna start racking back up on them again.
They down to 50?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Let that cannabis get rescheduled. IIPR be right back over $100, boy, and paying you $1 or something, almost $2 in dividends quarterly. Combine them with that with the Coney and man, come on, listen, I'm dropping a lot of gems for y'all, man, in the free session. I'm gonna get off this live. See, that's why I can't be on live too long. I start dropping too many gems, right?
Nigga trading right on his porch. I know he trading. He got his laptop, his tablet. I know that motherfucker sitting there trading.
The world's changing, bro.
I know that motherfucker sitting there trading. I swear to God he is.
Alright, so the call entry this week for AMD was 174.10. The first target 179.89. We about to hit that now. And then the second target we're gonna hit is at 182.60.
I need to get me a damn iPad.
And to stop out of this call, if you got in this call at 174, I would want you to stop out that call if it gets below 171. If we get below 170, 150, I will stop out that call. And then 166 would be the put entry because we just don't love stocks one way. You got to be ready to play them both ways. So 166, 76, and 162.51 will be the target on the AMD put. Target 1, 158.65 is going to be target 2 on the put. And you're going to stop out of that put if we get it back above, if it's able to push above 168.70. 168.80. You get out that put.
what's up? Add some Airbnb and Uber levels. Both companies did buybacks within the last 7 days.
We're gonna do Airbnb on the list this week. Who I'm gonna take off? I'm gonna take Galaxy off the list this week. We put Airbnb, and you said Uber.
Yeah, both of those companies did buybacks within the last 7.2 days.
All right, I'll leave Tesla on the list. I kind of want to leave CoreWeave on the list this week. I think CoreWeave is gonna push again, but I'll take CoreWeave.
Both of them got extremely bullish catalysts between the buyback and Kathy Woods. So both of them got Kathy Woods and buybacks within the last 7.2 days.
All right, so Uber made the list this week. We got Uber on there, Airbnb, Coinbase, Google, Microsoft, NVDA, Tesla, the Qs, and my bonus play this week is gonna be CGC. The weed is back. Weed is making a comeback. I'm gonna take my.
If this guy really go down the list and he get things going, bro, you can't be, bro. What president? I've never seen a president do so much in the first few months of his term, bro.
Never, ever. Historic.
Harris,
He's on a historic run right now.
Historic, bro. Historic, and I'm buying every headline. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, everyone.
Them girls from yesterday might not
I'm
come back too, man.
Why not?
The way you speaking about Trump, man.
Oh no! I lie in front of the dots.
Yeah, I lie.
I'm like, yo, that cracker crazy.
That cracker crazy, but behind the scenes, boy, I'm investing in his ass.
I lie to the dots, kid.
Listen, because you gotta understand, a lot of people are emotional based. They're not thinking about logic and forward thinking and growth.
No emotional shit, bro. Like, I
Yeah.
vote for Trump. I voted for his ass. So.
Nah, I ain't vote for him.
I've been in the work field since I was 12 years old, and I worked for all type of managers. I worked for somebody just like Trump before, and I made money. And I worked with him for like 3 years and shared less than 10 sentences in total. And I made the most money working with this cracker.
That's it.
I know how to work with people I don't necessarily agree with, or fuck with their state of mind or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
As long as we can get the money, we both go our separate ways. We all right.
We all right. Listen, I know most of them crackers that go in the office don't like us anyway. You know?
If Joe Biden won, bro, he'd have been fucked right now. More.
Yeah, it would have been bad because, like I said, it would have been more hidden agenda.
I ain't saying I love him or nothing, but shit.
Right, exactly. I'm not saying I love with the man and how he acts and he's definitely an asshole and definitely a degenerate kind of dude. But like we
I'm
said,
about that business, man. Fuck all the other shit, man.
because we gotta start looking, especially as a black community, we gotta start looking and saying like, all right, the stuff we could leverage and use this for to help ourselves out of our situation. Like we gotta start looking at everything like these presidents gotta help us. Nah, if you got someone in there, we may not like them personally, but we could benefit off your policies and we could build our wealth up more and our ownership more as a community through these policies. Then I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, because we have to make progress somehow, and we got to stop looking and complaining all the time and start looking like where can we take advantage of the opportunities that are here right now, and then maximize them. So now the next opportunity comes down, we just compound and compound and compound instead of complaining and complaining and complaining and complaining. Like, no, make the moves, make some money, you know, own some land, you know, start generating resources and becoming more self-sufficient. That's the whole goal.
I got it in a video for a $50 profit, but I'm looking for a new level though.
All right, all right, all right.
When that boy put that thing on, man.
Let me see. AMD. I'm holding my AMD core weave. Let me see if I'm gonna take profit on anything. Let me say my stop levels. If things start dropping below, if we get a pullback, like a Tesla get below this level, I'm gonna take my profit right there.
53.60. I'll probably jump back in a little bit before or something.
It's a really nice candle on Microsoft.
Yeah, and that's the next one. That's the boy we waiting for. That's
I know this bitch put me off for sure.
That's Big Papa, boy. Big Papa start pushing. That was gonna push the whole market. I promise you. If Microsoft pushed to 535, woo boy, watch what the Q's gonna do today. Watch what the Q's gonna do.
Just one more. I should scrap one more down there.
That's how you always feel, man. Like you should have had one more contract. You knew that. You knew Microsoft was, unless the whole market was about to crash. There was no way Microsoft was gonna stay down there unless the whole market was about to crash again. For who?
Oh yeah, well I've been buying the fuck out of Coney.
Oh, Coney? Oh yeah, Coney. Oh, if you ain't been buying, huh? This is.
I bought him at 100 last week.
Ooh. You couldn't beat it at underneath 7. If you caught it at 697, boy, that was golden. That was the golden time to catch it. All right, let's do these NVIDIA levels. We did AMD. Let's look at NVIDIA on the weekly. NVIDIA is running really hot right now, so you got to be careful. Let me erase these old levels on here.
The way Uber price is going, this shit about to go dummy low.
Uber, we're going to try Uber in a second. Let's see. All right, so NVIDIA. If NVIDIA gets below 174.60, that's where we're going to try to grab some puts at on NVIDIA. A call entry level for NVIDIA would be around 180.50. That would have been call entry. If you want to wait for a pullback call entry, that's the one you wait for. If you want to jump in on a call entry on the push, you're going to grab it at the 183.30. And then you're looking at NVIDIA, 183.30 on NVIDIA. Yeah, I got the chart up on the screen too. I don't know if y'all can see in the Discord. I got my chart on. I'm doing the level. I should be able to see my screen.
I can see it now. Thanks.
Yeah. So this would be the first target. I put my targets in purple and the entries in green for calls, entries in red for puts, targets in black. So like I said, NVIDIA don't got much room to the upside. So what we'll do is say, if we get that 180, if we get that high, which is around 183.80, if we touch that target, the next level has got to be psychological, which is going to be 185. Okay? Because we have no levels above there. When you have no levels to chart on a stock, when it's at all-time highs, the only thing you could go by is go by increments of 5s or 10s, depending on how high the price is and how much of a percentage move that's going to be. But for NVIDIA, a good $5 move should bring in some more selling or resistance or taking profit. So that's why we're going to say 185 is going to be that psychological support, resistance. That's where you would want to get out and take your profit. That'll be the final take profit level, and then we got to reassess after that. So NVIDIA 183.30 if you want to chase it. If you want to wait for the pullback, you might be able to catch it at 180. That'll be even better. Who's that? Oh, Euro, you got to mute your mic? You might not. So, yeah, wait for that pullback to 180.50, I would maybe say. But if we have a real strong bullish week, that 183.30 will clear quick. And you could take that call entry there. Who's that? Euro? I hear that. Euro. This man don't never be on his phone, boy. He be having his mic on. Don't worry, I'll mute him on now, man. See what happens when that happens, boy. You get put on 20-minute timeout, boy, and then we can't hear nothing you saying. I might forget to unmute you. People gonna have to remind me to unmute him. Really, he muted now. I did that to Rome once. Rome had to text me like, "Yo, I'm muted." Nah, that wasn't Rome. Rome had to text me like, "Yo, I'm muted." I was like, "Oh shit, my man, I forgot I had you muted." Alright, so we got our NVIDIA call levels. And the NVIDIA put, if we drop down to 174, like I said, that'll be the put level for NVIDIA. With 171.28 as the target, the first target. So we get below that one. So now 174.67 for those watching. This is a weekly consolidation area. You see how these 3 weekly candlesticks all converge and all touch right here in this area? That shows the consolidation area. This is the top of that consolidation area. So if we break that ceiling on that, we have a good chance of coming and touching the floor of it. Or at least touching the mid-room, and then we might go down and touch the floor, which will be the next put target, which will be down here, right around, what the fuck? Right around, what target price is this? 167.98. Yeah, if we get down there on NVIDIA again, we should definitely bounce. Or the market's in some kind of crazy pullback.
Support level of 180.30.
Mm-hmm.
That was only the last 2 days.
Right, that's where I put the call entry at. If we get a pullback there, you could try to catch a call right there. If it shows that it holds that support at 180, I got 180.50, and then you could ride it back up to those target levels that we have. So for for NVIDIA, I'm going to put the call entry as 180.57 on the list because I like to get the lower call entry pullback levels. And then the target we're going to put as 183.79. What the fuck? 183.79 and then 185 psychological level. If you get in the call at 180, I will stop out. So let me show you a little trick, because on the weekly you have no levels in here, right? On the weekly there's no levels in this little gap area, but I'm not holding the call entry. I'm not going to stop out. I'm not going to hold the call all the way down to 174 to get stopped out down here at the put entry. I want to get out the call before my put entry level is triggered. You want to get out usually well before your put entry level is triggered. You want to have a stop out on your calls. So there's no weekly level in here in between this gap, nothing but a long wick. So you're gonna have to go down to the daily. You have to go down in time frame. So sometimes you got to shrink the time frame in order to find levels. Sometimes, especially when you charting off of big time frames, if you can't find a level in between, is too big of a gap, go down to the next smaller time frame below it, and it's usually gonna give you a level that you could work with. So 180.57. I can see a few wicks right here. If we get below this wick right here at 178.85, that daily wick, then I'll get out. That'll be the stop out for the call. And the same thing to the upside for the put. The put back to the upside, I wouldn't want to hold that all the way up to 180. I would want to stop out before that. And there might be a level before 178 that I could get out at. That'll show me that, okay, we're kind of breaking that downward trend. And that level will be 177.10. So that's where you would stop out your put. All right. So we got this call stop 178.85. The put entry 174.67. The first target 171.28. And your second target 167.98. Pretty much 168. You stop out of that put if we get above 177.10. Let me clear this out real quick. And because of the time frame we're setting these on AMD, I'm going to look for that AMD move to happen within, I would say you could get daily contracts on both of these. These are both short-term expected moves, so you don't have to have contracts super far out, but you got to have contracts that are at least 1 week out in expiration. No shorter than that. At least 1 week out in expiration, up to, I wouldn't do more than a month out though. You may not get too much of a premium on that small of a move in the contract that far out. So if we had a bigger move scale, then I'll say fallout contracts are good for big moves in stocks. Small moves, you're going to make more money with the smaller contracts, closer contracts, but you got to be more of a sniper with those. I'm not trying to tell you to do a 0 day or intraday. Definitely don't do that. What happened, Tim?
Who'd you mute, Jay?
Euro.
I said who? I think he back.
Oh.
I'm back.
No, not Rome. I didn't mute Rome.
No.
Tesla just put a 2-bar, bro.
Yeah, I just looked at him a few months ago. I'm gonna let him run. Just watch the show.
Let's go, Tesla 348. If we holding it. As long as Tesla hold about 340, I'm staying in this call. I'm riding the wave up. I'm gonna put my trailing stop up. If we get a push above 347, my stop gonna become 343. And that's called trailing your stop up. So that's another skill and something that you got to join the live community to learn. But you can learn how to trail your stops up. And I'll tell everybody in the community how to do that in order to make sure you don't give back your money. Trailing your stop up. You gotta trail it up. So when you in profit, you don't you don't give all your money back to the market. But this is how the price chart looks. Everybody in the live that's on Instagram and YouTube right now. I can't make it any easier. You join the community. This is how we do our charting sessions. You got a little sample of it today. We always have fun. We always have a good time, but we get the work done. We get the levels in, and I can't make it any easier than this. You know, I don't know how other communities are doing it, but I'm pretty much giving you the whole blueprint. Not only teaching you, but giving you the price levels along the way to help guide you through your trades. And it's really up to you and your own personal discipline at this point. If you can't execute with this, then I don't know. You got some inner work you got to do. You got to go inside, okay? I can't help you with that. So, but appreciate everybody who came through this live session today on YouTube and Instagram. Hope you learned something. Hope you got these levels in and you make some money this week. If you want to make some real money, join the Discord community. But definitely subscribe to the YouTube page and follow us on Instagram and TikTok. All right. See you all next week. Actually, no. See you all later this week when we do some live trading. This was just the charting session for the week. I'll see you all on Wednesday.